Hey everyone, this is Elizabeth. Happy Friday. I wanted to come in here and wrap up this first week of your challenge. I am amazed, and it's not a surprise because during this first week of our challenge, the excitement is going strong. You guys are getting used to your portions and you're just, enjoying your Shakeology and this new routine. I hope so. And so I want to take a moment today, and every Friday I will come in here and share a wrap-up video to go over a few things for the group, to also review the meal plan for the following week. And over the weekend, I will share a meal prep to make sure that you are on track with your nutrition. You guys know that here in this group, you can go to the file section and find the 21-day fix meal plan. You have week 1, and you also have the week 2 meal plan that's included inside the file section of this group, and I will show you that. But I'm going to backtrack a little bit, and I want to give a huge shout out to all of you in here for posting your workouts, for logging in your Shakeology, for sharing your recipes, for checking in and giving each other encouragement and liking each other's posts, and coming together as a fit family now with Fuego Fit Nation. So I am excited. I get excited every time that I check into the group and see another face, another one of you guys sharing your pictures or your meals. And I know that this first week, you're learning how to create a routine that's going to work for you. You're learning how to follow the portion control system with those cool little containers. You're learning about using the shopping list or creating a calendar around your activities so that you can get your workout in. I mean, there's some of you in this group who are waking up early and working out, and you have never done that. So you need to applaud yourself, ladies, if you're making those small changes in your life that you never imagined yourself making. I know a lot of times we tend to focus on, man, I couldn't get through that workout, or the scale isn't moving, which you should not be weighing yourself. And you're too hard on yourself, and you're not focusing your attention on the positives. And that's why I want to come in here today and remind you that all the small changes that you're having along this journey, these past 5 days, or if this is your second round or your third round, remember to focus on the positives. And I don't want you guys to forget that you have your workbook where you can journal in, how you're feeling, your emotions in week 1. Because guess what? On day 21, I'm going to ask that you go back and you write about your emotions. How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about your strength, about your mindset? Do you feel stronger, that you're able to get through those temptations that you weren't able to get before? Okay, so nutrition is a big part of this journey, but the nutrition will only fall into place if you are in the right mindset to make those changes, which obviously I see you guys making them. So again, the small changes over time is what's going to get you the results that you want. And as your coach, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to guide you through the nutrition. I'm here to make sure that you're eating your portions, checking in. Maybe sometimes you're like, oh my God, here she goes again, wanting to know if I'm eating all my portions. Well, guess what? When you decided to make an investment to have me as your coach and to get the 21-day fix program, or Quarter Force, or T25, or Turbo Power, whatever program it is, and to drink Shakeology, you also got me as your coach to help you stay accountable, to help you with, any questions, to make sure that you're not overlooking your water intake or your sleeping patterns or your eating patterns, right? Those are the small things that weren't happening before, and maybe now I'm just making them more aware, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you that extra push, to remind you why you started this journey, and to redirect you when I see that you're not logging in, when I see that you're not sharing your meals, when I kind of don't see you posting your workouts, right? So it is my job as your coach as an online health and fitness coach and mentor to make sure that you get the results that you're looking for. But that can only happen if you're following the workout calendar, if you're following your portions, if you're drinking Shakeology every single day, because the number one struggle and challenge that we have before starting this journey is we are skipping meals. We're not eating enough. We're going too long without eating. We don't use the restroom regularly, or we have migraines, or we're struggling with allergies and all these other crazy stuff because of, just how we eat. Okay, so nutrition for me, I make a big deal out of it if you haven't already noticed. I love to cook. I love to share my foods, but that is what's more important is that you are getting the hang of, or you're learning how to incorporate the foods that you enjoy, whether you're following the week 1 meal plan, which I hope you are. Because if you're following this plan, 1, you're eating your portions. 2, you have all the planning laid out for you. You don't have to worry about planning except prepping. And 3, you are eating the cleaner foods in the food list, which most of the time, if I leave it up to my challengers to decide what they want to eat, just make sure they're portioning out their meals, they're choosing a lot of the foods that are at the bottom of the food list, okay? And I'm sitting here looking at, my food list here. If you see the green food list, any food that is towards the bottom of the food list has the least nutritional value for you, okay? Now, for example, spinach is really good. Lettuce is good too, but which one has the most nutritional value? Spinach. Spinach has a ton of nutritional value. Lettuce is water, okay? So you have to make sure that when you're choosing your foods, if you're not following the meal plan that I provided you, that you choose the foods that are highest on the food list. And that goes for all the food portions, okay? And if you're struggling with your calorie target, how many portions to eat, like all your portions, I'm going to show you really quick the tally sheets that you can be using if you're not using the 21-day fixed tracker to keep track of your portions throughout the day. But again, like I said, if you're following this, you're able to have this with you, check it off every day. You can put it inside a sheet protector and use a white marker, a marker where you can erase it every day to make sure that you're eating your food. Or again, use the 21-day fixed tracker app on your phone. Okay, so again, you want to make sure that when you're planning that you have your grocery list, you're writing down the foods that you need, and you go shopping. You also want to have a calendar so that you can write out all the activities that your family has going on, or your work activities, your work hours, upcoming events. And let me tell you why you want to make sure that you know what's happening for the month of April, because you still have 2 more weeks. What is going on in your life that may cause you to stop working out or prevent you from eating on time? You have to plan ahead. You have to know those things, because then you fall off track. Then we blame it on our schedule. And remember, we're here to make changes. We know that you struggle with being busy. Well, guess what? If you know you're going to be out of the house the entire day, then I recommend that you schedule in your workout for the morning time. If it can't get done in the morning, then it has to be done at nighttime. It's non-negotiable, ladies. But most importantly, if you don't get to work out, that does not mean that you skip your Shakeology or that you do poorly on your nutrition. Your nutrition is what's going to truly, truly make you feel good inside and help you through the next day and the following day. And over time, if you're feeding your body the good foods, you're going to feel good. And that's what we're after. Those small changes that are going to create lifestyle, right? Long-term changes, long-term results. Okay, so again, I shared the meal plan for week 2 is in the file section. I also emailed that to you at the beginning of the challenge, but I'm going to show you right now where you can find that so that you can go back and look at it before like Sunday. You don't want to take a look at this on Sunday and be like, oh my God, I got to go shopping and get all this stuff. You want to make sure that you take a look at week 2 meal plan. Now look, when you're looking at this meal plan, you have to make sure that you add whatever portions you need to add for your specific calorie plan, whether it's plan A, B, C, or D, and everyone should have that number and everyone should be following those portions, please, because that's so important, ladies. And what I love about the meal plan, as I mentioned before, is that it gives you some tips like what should you prep? What food should you prep maybe on Saturday or Sunday? Okay, so please take the time to look over that. I can sit here and do a whole hour on meal planning, and I do have a video on meal planning, on the basics of meal planning on my YouTube channel. Just Google my name, Elizabeth Laguna Rocha, and you'll find over 100 videos that I've made, meal planning, recipes, crock pot recipes, you name it, it's there. If you want me to add you to my crock pot group, let me know and I can add you to that group, and you can get the shopping list for 6 days worth of crock pot recipes. You can freeze those recipes and maybe use them at a later time. But what if you get busy during the week? Remember, you're gonna plan your month so that you're on track with your workouts, your nutrition, your Shakeology, and all of that. And so I also share crock pot meals so that it takes away the stress of cooking dinner during those super busy days. Even if it's just you at home, guess what? Then you'll have leftovers for lunch or for the weekend. You can freeze them and then use them again the following week. Like, we really have to think about, why do we get picky with eating the same foods maybe every other day? When we go to a restaurant, I pick the same thing, especially if it's my favorite restaurant. I always get, the chicken kebabs with the salad, or I'll get some shrimp. I mean, I always pick the same thing. So when we're at home, we have to have the same mindset. Not kind of, not sort of. We do, because that's what is going to help us achieve results. And we just create a lifestyle around it, keep it similar so that we're not stressing ourselves out. If you want to switch up your dinners, great, but you have to plan for it. Now remember, this is our group. I'm inside the files section of our group. For those of you, you can log onto your phone and you can click on the bottom left icon with the little people, and then at the top it has files section. And in the files section, you're going to find all these files in there. And these files contain, here is the crock pot recipes. I also have helpful video links on how to do meal prepping, meal planning. Those are two separate things, okay? Meal prepping and meal planning are different. When you're prepping, is you're getting ready to cook your food, you're taking out your ingredients, you're defrosting, you're chopping up, you're cutting, you're baking. When you're planning is when you're writing down what foods you need to go shop for, what meals you want to have, what snacks you want to add to your kids' lunches, and all that good stuff. So if when you get a minute, go into these file sections and take a look at it, okay? And make sure that you make the time to do this, because if you learn this now, the next 2 weeks is just about putting it into practice. Not all at once, but at least you know that you can try something new, that you don't have to be all over the internet or Pinterest looking for recipes or ways to cook, or it's all here in one spot in your app. And you can also go on to Beachbody On Demand and go into the Fixate cooking show so that you know the different recipes that you can cook. You can do your workouts using Beachbody On Demand if you're a club member. But for all of you, you have those 30 days free to use your account. You use your email and your password to log on to Beachbody On Demand. Okay, and if you have any other questions on that, please ask, okay? Now here's some tips on how to pack healthy school lunches, okay? My Costco shopping list. Maybe you don't want to follow the meal plan, but you do want a list of things that I purchased. Take my list, and if you have any questions, message me. If I'm online, most likely I'll be able to get in there or post in a group and someone else will chime in. okay? And let's see what else I have here. All my crock pot recipes, shopping list, instructions, my videos are on YouTube, so you have no excuse of what to cook. How to cook it is why I created the videos. You can watch those videos, and those videos will help you. How did I put the ingredients together? You know, what did I do, and all of that good stuff. Okay, so and the last thing I wanted to share with you guys was this awesome website that you have access to 24/7. It's called the Team Beachbody blog. And when you go to your home site, on the right-hand corner, it's going to say Team Beachbody blog. In the Team Beachbody blog, you have these little tabs here. Nutrition, it gives you Shakeology recipes, cheats and treats, healthy cheats and treats, cooking tips, okay, healthy eating, recipes of Shakeology or vegetarian meal plans, and all that good stuff. Fitness, maybe you want some more fitness tips. Maybe you want something other than what I'm providing you every day. You know, maybe you're feeling some kind of aches and pains. You can go to your blog and research that stuff. You can go to the search button here on the left-hand corner, on the right-hand corner, and search for anything that you need support with. Parenting, relationships, Shakeology recipe for every single flavor. Oh my God, this is awesome. Look at chocolate recipes. Amazing stuff. If you don't go to the blog, you can go to the Shakeology recipe. The Shakeology website will give you every single recipe that we have, and that will really be helpful. Now, since I have you here, let me type that in so that you can see that really quick. Okay, so I just typed in Shakeology.com. You can also log on to your phone, and you can click the different success stories of people who are drinking Shakeology. Here are the recipes. It talks a little bit about our boost, which if you're having issues with your digestion still, if you need more fiber, if you're having trouble focusing during the day, you need some energy, we have focused energy. If you are not getting your greens in, we have some powder form power greens. Okay, so I mean, I'm telling you, everything you want to know about Shakeology is here. I can sit down and have hours and hours conversation about our superfoods because I geek over that stuff. I love Shakeology. I love what it's done for myself and for my family. And I truly do want you to feel the changes and that Shakeology can give you. You just have to drink it every single day and make note of it, right? So again, here are all the recipes. You can click on the different flavors, and you can go from, you know, like I mean, look at this, amazing. And there's over hundreds of recipes. Okay, so again, this is awesome, awesome stuff. And I just wanted to make sure that you saw that you had access to your Beachbody blog, your Team Beachbody website, your Beachbody on demand, and also your websites. And this is my YouTube video, okay? So you can go to my YouTube video, and I have a ton of videos here for you to use to help you with your planning, with your prepping. You do not have to do this alone, ladies. Never, ever, ever. So again, this is your Friday wrap-up video for this week. Please, please make sure to ask any questions. Keep doing your workouts. The weekend is the toughest. So I always like to say, don't get weak on the weekends. Don't get weak on the weekends, ladies. Please, you have to truly dig down. This is where the test really happens. This is where the challenge is, where you're going to birthday parties or events or going out of town for, you know, vacation and traveling. What do? You can still pack your snacks. You can still make healthier choices. And in your eating plan, you do have access to restaurant guides. My recommendation is to ask anything about eating out in the group, and someone will chime in. If you're on the women's page in Fuego Fit on Facebook, you can ask questions in there too. Those two places, the app and the Fuego Fit Women's Tribe group, is for you guys to use as my challenger so that you can always have that support from me or from the other ladies that are in the group. All right, so again, I'm excited for you guys. If I left anything out, I apologize, but I do want to say thank you again for being a part of this journey. Please make sure to read the daily posts that are pinned at the top. When you log in, it says view. Please view those posts. I have some tasks, but more like, you know, reflection. I should probably call it reflections, right? Reflection moment. Like, how are you doing? What do you want to transform? What's your goal for the next week? And in the Fuego Fit workbook, I do provide area for you to write your weekly goal. What is your goal? Do you want to work out every day? And do you want to lose a pound per week? Do you want to, you know, what's your goal? Like, this is what you want. And as your coach, I'm here to guide you through that process. And remember that there is no like judgment here, 0, 0, 0 judging here. I'm only here to provide you the support, and also make sure that I have your before pictures and your before measurements. There are still some of you that have not sent me your measurements or your pictures, and that kind of makes me sad, because I think they're working so hard, and at day 21, they have no measurements, no pictures, nothing to show them so that you can see how far you've come on this journey. And then that's how I can also come in and say, hey, look it, this is where you did really well. This is where we can improve. Why do we want to improve? Because that's what, when we make progress, that's where we get excited. That's where we start believing that and what we're doing is working. If you don't see results, I think people start convincing themselves that this doesn't work. The system works. We just need to work on applying it and working on it every single day. So again, I appreciate your time. This is the first video for this group for Friday wrap up. So if you have any questions, again, please make sure to message me or email me. Thank you. Have a great afternoon and have a great, great weekend. I'll be checking in on the group. Please share your recipes. And if you're traveling, be safe. But remember to stick to your program. There are no excuses. 0. There is a solution for every problem, ladies. And if you can't figure it out, I will do my best to guide you through it. Have a good one, everyone. Love you all. Bye-bye.